What motivates people to take risks?
I think there's lots of different things that can motivate people to take risks, and it can be a very personal decision. So I've always thought of myself as quite risk averse. I don't like to take big risks. But then I remember that when I was a bit younger, I did take some big risks. I decided to live by myself, move out from my family home. I decided to move to a new city, a new country sometimes to get a job, and start a new, life for a year or two. And I think the part of the motivation and reason for that was, for me personally, it might have been, money, having a new job, having a new experience, trying something new, just being curious and wanting to see what it was like. But there are definitely some kinds of risks I don't take very much as a person. I don't tend to take risks when it might be potentially risky for my health or my physical well-being. But I know there's so many different other reasons that people might be taking risks. How have you experienced risks in the past?
Well, I have to say that I'm not a risk-averse person, but since becoming a mother 23 years ago, that changed things for quite a while, because you suddenly realize that it's not just about you anymore and that people are depending on you. But since then, now that my children are young adults and much more independent, I find that risk factor, because I think it's based on personality, has come back again. And so, like you, I moved country, lived by myself, tried all kinds of new things again. And it's a good feeling to have that, and you realize that you can still do it.
Yeah. I think we're all taking risks all the time, but certain jobs or professions would take more risks. So if you think of like sports people, maybe there is a physical risk to doing that sport. You think of Olympians, highly professional athletes. But there's obviously a flip to that probably motivates them, is the glory of winning or being part of something. And so, I guess that motivation is really key to them to take those risks. Otherwise they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But, even on a kind of on a more amateur level, if you think of somebody who just does kayaking or bouldering or climbing, there is a physical risk to doing that. But obviously being outside in nature or doing a physical sport gives them a bit of a buzz.
Exactly. It's the physical, you're feeling it physically as well. So the chemicals in your body are responding. And I think that's a big motivation as well.